The way I feel about cops has changed throughout the years. Pretty much as a kid, I'm talking young elementary. You know, kids will play cops and robbers, firemen, all that type of stuff. My perception about cops as a little kid, kind of looked up to them. They was cool. You know what I mean? Fast forward, teenage years, your perception, like the way you saw them change. You saw how they interacted with you in the neighborhoods. It changed. You have family members go to jail, go to prison, get locked up. You don't see them for a while. So you see cops. You start to kind of not like them. Some hate, depending on what you was doing. I grew up in the 80s. You know what I mean? Born in the late 70s, grew up in the 80s, crack era. Seen a lot of crazy stuff as an elementary kid. Half of the people I went to school with so dope. Half of the kids I was in class with in elementary so dope. Not because it was a cool thing to do. It's because they was raised by their grandparents who didn't have money. They was going out there hustling to pay bills. Real shit. Taking care of home, elementary. So I just had to throw that in there. But teenager didn't really like cops too much. Fast forward. Late teens, like 19, 20. I got a family. I got babies. Got pulled over all the time. Living in Florida at the time. At that point, like 18, like 19, 20, I'm living in Florida. I didn't move to VA yet. In Florida, all the dope boys push hoopties. The old 70s Buicks, you know what I mean? Those type of joints, like late 70s, early 80s. Hoopties, they'd fix them up, throw rims on them, candy paint, all that shit. Have music blasting. That was like the dope boy mobile for Florida. My pop surprised me one day, scooped me up, bought me a 1984 Fairmont, Carolina Blue. So thankful for that whip, because I didn't have a whip at the time. I was driving my work truck. Mad thankful for it. I'm driving around in it, got pulled over at least 5 or 6 times every week. 20 to 30 times a month, I'm getting pulled over. Sometimes maybe 10 times a month, I'm getting pulled over. Or just for random stuff. I don't even know if I got a ticket. Those whole times they was pulling me over, I may have gotten maybe one, maybe two tickets for doing something wrong. One time I got pulled over for my muffler hanging. So it's hot outside. I got two babies in the back in car seats. It's hot as hell outside, no air conditioning. I got my wife at the time with me with two babies in the back. They ran my name. They ran my plate. They ran my ID. At that time, never been to jail. Didn't have a record. Already ran it. The cop bend over while I'm trying to fix the muffler, put it back on. How does it feel to be out on parole? You just ran my name. You know I've never been to jail. So why would I be on parole? Did you think I was lying? These type of things are said to you to rile you up, to make a good situation turn bad. I looked at him like he was crazy, and I finished fixing my muffler. Another time got pulled over, late night, driving, hot as hell, no air conditioning. Got pulled over for being suspicious. Cop pulled me over, asked for my ID and all that stuff. Everything's good. Um, why are you sweating? Where you coming from? I don't even remember where I was coming from at the time. I think I left from my mother-in-law's house. I'm sweating because it's summertime in Florida and I don't have air conditioning. That's why I got the windows down. Um, it's so many different times, situations that I can say, and it really made me start to hate cops. Fast forward, moved to VA, moved to Richmond, got pulled over a couple of times. Most of my run-ins with the cops was I couldn't find a regular job, so I worked for this wholesale company where we would go around selling watches, coloring books, power tools, you name it. I would go downtown. It was mad black-owned barbershops and beauty salons. I'd go down there selling stuff. Legal business from a company. Cops would run us off. The people I was going around selling stuff with, they would run us off and treat us like we were selling dope. They would treat us like criminals. I started selling frozen meat. I was in on the West End. In Richmond, it's mad segregated. The West End is like the white part where the money at. It's so segregated. They don't even have bus routes there. They don't even want those type of people on that side of town. So buses don't even go out there. That's how segregated it is. I'm going door to door trying to get people to buy steaks. I guess one of the houses in the neighborhood called the cops. They come up to me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going door to door selling steaks. I'm driving a company van, got with full of steaks in the back, frozen steaks." "Oh, well, we got a call thinking that you was casing out the neighborhood." Why would I go through all that trouble of having cases and cases full of steaks in the back of my van with the company name on it if I'm going to come back and just rob later? Maybe some dudes do that. I'm just trying to make a living. I grew to hate cops because they was messing with my pockets. A statement that was said to me while I was doing it was, "Your paychecks are in their pockets. You got to go get it." So that mind state stayed with me. Whoever get the most no's, you'll get the most yeses. So the more people you talk to, law averages says, the more yeses you will get. The more no's you get, the more yeses you will get, the more money you get in your pocket. So I'm out there talking to the most people, manyest people I can speak to so I can get paid, so I can make money, so I can support my family. I'm out here making an honest living. We was out there doing honest work, treated like criminals. So we was like, you know what? Logic says, if I'm gonna be treated like a criminal, I might as well do some foul shit and make some more money. If I'm gonna be treated like a criminal, I might as well do the foul shit. So that's what we started doing. We started doing foul shit because we was treated like criminals anyway. Still going out, filling out applications, trying to get a job. So it wasn't like I wasn't trying to get a job. No jobs wasn't trying to see me at the time for whatever reason. Fast forward, started doing security at a club. Moved back to Florida, started doing security at a Mexican club. So I know that side of it. That's what pisses me off. I know how to grab people. I know how to subdue people by myself without needing help. If I got another guy with me, you done. You ain't moving. So I know how to subdue a person. I don't need to use a weapon. Only time I would use a weapon if the whole club turned on us. Then I would get like folding chairs and start playing baseball. Or the big flashlights, start hitting people with that. But I wasn't a weapon user. I used my hands because I knew how to fight. I worked out. I stayed in shape because that was part of my job, to be in shape. The problem with a lot of these cops is they out of shape. They can't fight. So that's why they so quick to fucking get a gun and want to shoot somebody. Because they don't know how to protect themselves. That's why they fucking scared. If you scared, why do the fucking job? Why are you scared of a fucking 12-year-old? A 13-year-old? And you so quick to pull out a gun? You so quick to pull out a gun and shoot and kill a 12 and 13-year-old. Because they don't look like you. Because they don't look like your nephew. Because they don't look like your son. Stay in shape. Why this shit is not like the fucking military where you always have to be in shape. That's why they so quick to fucking pull out a gun, because they can't fight and they can't run down and catch nobody. I've been woke.